Hello Magic fans, I'm Beef and welcome back to another standard gameplay video, and today we are playing Mono White Angels because apparently there's angels in space. And yeah, as I just said, Edge of Eternities has quite a few new angels, including some we're not actually playing. So let's just quickly get into it. We have a new 1-drop, Lightstall Inquisitor, a 1 mana 2/1 with Vigilance, pretty good stats. But then it says, when this creature enters, each opponent exiles a card from their hand, and they may play that card for as long as it remains exiled. However, each spell cast this way costs 1 more to cast. Each land played this way enters tap. Now, anything that makes your opponent make a decision, they will obviously always choose the best decision for them. So don't expect this to be a blowout. You know, if they're going to play a tap land anyway, they'll just exile the tap land and play it tap because you can't be tapped twice. And you know, it's actually really effective late on in the game when maybe they've only got 1 card in hand, and you know it taxes them. But you know, as a 1-drop, you want to get down early, and a 2/1 Vigilance, not terrible. Other new card is Starfield Shepherd, and this is actually the only other new card we have in the set, but there are other angels that you might want to play with as well. Starfield Shepherd, 5 mana 3/2 flyer, and it says when this creature enters, search your library for a basic plains card or a creature card with mana value 1 or less, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. The Lightstall Inquisitor is our only 1 or less creature, so it's a plains or the Inquisitor, but we can warp it for 2. So on turn 2 we can play this, get a plains, get another Inquisitor, and then play it full price on turn 5, or for 5 mana. A 5 mana version's not great. Now obviously, so the rest of the deck is older cards. Jada is one of the cards that brings it together. 2 mana 2/2 flying Vigilance. Each other angel you control enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it for each angel you already control. So if we play out Giada as our only angel and play something else, it gets +1/+1. Obviously, if we have 3 angels, it will get +3/+3. And then we can tap it to add white, spend its mana only to cast an angel spell. Annoyingly, it isn't to activate the ability of an angel, which we'll get to into a sec. Then 4 copies of Youthful Valkyrie, just a really powerful angel, 2 mana 1/3 with flyer. Whenever angel you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Then Inspiring Overseer, 3 mana 2/1 flyer. When it enters, draw a card, gain a life. 4 copies of Resplendent Angel. No, there we go. A 3 mana 3/3 flying. Beginning of each end step, if you've gained 5 or more life this turn, you create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying and vigilance. Then we can pay 6. Until end of turn, this creature gets +2/+2 and lifelink. So if you have 6 and nothing else cast, we can turn on the angel and that, you know, and turn on its gain 5 more lives each turn. And this is where Giada not tapping, being able to tap for abilities of angels is quite annoying. Then 2 copies of Templar of Light, a really powerful card which we've seen in life gain decks. 4 mana 3/3 flyer. Whenever we gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and then whenever we put 1 or more +1/+1 counters on this creature, draw a card. Its ability only triggers once each turn. So if the +1/+1 counter comes from Giada, we will draw a card. And while we don't have a huge amount of life gain, obviously we do with Inspiring Overseer. And then our last angel, Lyra, Dawnbringer, 5 mana 5/5 flying first strike lifelink. Other angels you control get +1/+1 have lifelink. It obviously makes all our angels have lifelink, and it can gain life for the Exemplar of Light and for Resplendent Angel. And then we do have 4 copies of Roaming Throne, Honorary Angel, 4 mana 4/4, walk 2. When it enters, choose creature type angel. This enters as a chosen type. Then if a triggered ability of another creature you control of a chosen type triggers, it triggers an additional time. And then we just have removal in 4 get lost. You could go Shelter by Ghost, but obviously they can get it back. And then 1 Patchwork Banner, because it buffs our entire board and helps rampers. You might not, you could probably take this out and put in another Lyra or Exemplar of Light or Starfield Shepherd. Mana base, 24 lands, 18 plains, 4 Cavern of Souls, and 2 Soulstone Sanctuaries for Honorary Angel as well. So that's the deck. It's, you know, pretty powerful. As I said, we have a pretty good curve of 1 into 2, into a few 3s, into 4, then into 5. Obviously, it does suffer to removal, it being very, very creature heavy, but that's the same for most decks nowadays. Hope you really like it. If you do, please remember to like and subscribe. I'll give a shout out to my patrons. They are Arcadius, Mihal, Arik, and Adrian. If you too would like a shout out, please have a look at my Patreon. You'll also get access to videos a day early, and I'm still trying to think up of some other benefits for Patreons as well. But if you have any suggestions, please let me know. And yeah, please leave a comment down in the description about what kind of decks you would like to see as well. And then I'll see you all in the gameplay. We go first with an Aura hand. Giada next turn, Valkyrie the turn after. obviously they choose the option which is best for them. It pretty much does nothing unless I have a hand of basic lands. Yeah, there's a case. We can destroy the case, but it's probably just worth getting lost in a creature. Especially if that's the creature. I'm going to get down the Valkyrie. And swing in with Giada. And then we can get lost to Pride Mate next turn. Our Valkyrie can't block, but... oh, it can still block. So let's get down... second Giada. And another Valkyrie. They missed their land drop. They hit their land drop. There's a Linden. Yeah. It's fine. We won't block. Because now, well, we'll attack first. And then we will... let's just do it now. We'll keep the bigger one. And now we have a 6/6 on defense. And a lot of stuff in the air. Yep. We have 17 power in the air. And that'll go up when we play out the Overseer next turn. Well, we don't have a turn 2 play, but... well, we could warp the Shepherd, actually. Which we will do. Probably grab another Plains. Unless we draw a Giada. What do they do? What do they do? Yep, tap land. Yeah, since we have Lyra in hand, we just want 5 lands, so we'll grab a Plains, and we only have 1/1 drop. And next turn, we get down the Resplendent Angel. And blue-white control. So I expect a board wipe. Let's get down the Exemplar. Unless they have a counterspell. They have something. Get lost. Into the Voldemort? Yeah, get lost. They're down to 14. Next turn we can play out Lyra unless they wipe the board. Oh, solemn. That might just be a bit too slow. The Exemplar is going to grow. They're down to 7. We do have a get lost. They need a board wipe, which they might have. But in a Simulacrum deck, they often don't have board wipes. We go first. For an okay hand. Giada into Valkyrie. That's if Giada survives. A picture land. Come on, don't kill it. Come on. No. Maybe do something. There's a Valkyrie. I'm going to kill that as well. We get a Roman Throne down next turn. On Angel. Don't kill it, don't kill it, don't kill it. On Angel. We'll warp the Shepherd. Oh, they're a monument deck. We will planes and planes. And then get down our Splendid Angel. And next turn we can Dawnbringer and Inquisitor. Unless they have a deadly cover up. Well, we still can do both, but it would be less impressive. We'll get double Lightstall Inquisitor triggers. I mean, if you're going to take something, I'd rather it be that. Or I'd rather you not take out anything. Alright, well. That was their entire turn. You don't see the end very often. And that is not our most powerful card. So, double triggers. So we've only got 3 cards. So you ditch a island. And an Embrace Oblivion. What are we getting for 5 lifelink? If we draw land, we can Giada and Starfield Shepherd. Be interesting to see what the card they didn't exile then. Gold Bears. That makes sense. What up? Sometimes that's just how magic works. Oh, our opponent goes first. Don't have a Giada, which is always, unfortunate, but otherwise we have a pretty good hand. Oh, they're mulligan, and that's the Shepherd. What do they put away? Oh, Zenith. Take 2. So they're not on an Angels deck. They're, I think, on the Tokens deck. Next turn we'll warp the Shepherd. That was a really odd attack. Oh, we can't warp it. Fair enough. Let's get down on Overseer then. I'm going to hold back. Because next time we can get down on Roaming Throne. That's incredibly annoying. At least that'll stop them attacking. And because of the walled, they can't. Shattered by Ghost it. And our opponent scoops, because when you just remove everything and not do much else, doesn't always work. Opponent goes first. We'll keep this. Hopefully our Giada survives. Probably won't. Well, we're down to 16, and so are they. Next up we can get down the Resplendent Angel. And the turn after, Lyra. Assuming everything survives. It does not. Let's get down the Resplendent Angel. Next time we can get down Giada and warp in the Shepherd. Well, they have a lot more removal than these kind of decks usually do. Let's get a Plains in case Giada gets removed. I say in case when Giada gets removed. Oh good, Bloodletter. But Lyra, as long as it doesn't get removed, which obviously we expect it to. We'll put you there and we'll kill Cecil. Throw back up to 17. Angel. Let's warp. And we'll get an Inquisitor. Swinging with you. You die. We will create a 10/10 Angel with lifelink. There we go.